LifeWave, there are 4 ways that you can earn: retail commissions, product introduction bonus, binary or cycle commissions, and matching bonus. Today, we're going to talk about the power of the binary and the cycle bonus and commissions associated. Before we get started, let's go over a few terms that you'll need to know to understand how does cycle bonusing work and how can you really maximize the binary system. So the first thing you need to know is the term volume. And volume is the measure that represents the value of the product purchases by customers and members alike. And we have 2 types of volume. We have personal volume, or PV, and business volume, or BV. Now, personal volume represents the purchases that you have made yourself as well as your personal customers. Now, business volume, that refers or represents the product purchases made by members of your team and their personal customers. You also need to know the terms power leg and profit leg. What those refer to is the 2 different teams within your organization that you'll be building with. The power leg, that's simply the team that has the most volume. The profit leg is the team with the least amount of volume. And the interesting thing is, as you're building your team, those can switch. So if one team starts out as your power leg, it may not always be your power leg. But each week, as you're determining how much you can cycle or how much cyclable volume you'll have, that's an important thing to understand, the power and the profit leg. Another term to be familiar with is the term cycle ratio. And what that refers to is just having the needed volume on either of your legs, right? So on your power leg, to cycle or to earn a $50 bonus, you have to have 660 BV. You have to have 330 BV on your profit leg. When you have those 2 things in place, that is the proper ratio, and that equals a cycle. So that cycle ratio is met. Now, cyclable volume is what we refer to as all of the cycle ratios, or all of the volume that meets the cycle ratio, which can be more than one, all within a week. So any volume that meets that cycle ratio would be considered cyclable volume. And each week, all of the cyclable volume within your teams is calculated, processed, and consumed, which results in commissions for you. Also, the term carryover volume. Any volume that isn't cyclable or doesn't meet that cycle ratio is considered carryover volume and will roll from week to week to week for an entire year. Mature volume is uncycled BV that is stored in both your power and your profit leg, and it carries over from week to week. After 52 weeks, that volume will be considered mature and would not carry forward and will be processed and consumed on a continuous and rolling basis. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how binary or cycle bonus commissions are calculated. Within a binary plan, we build in teams, and you only have 2 teams. You have your right leg and your left leg, or your power and your profit leg. It's common to have one team grow faster than the other. And like we said before, the team that's growing faster or who has the most volume is considered your power leg. And the team that has less volume is considered your profit leg. These legs can switch from week to week depending on how much BV is accumulated each week. And the amount of cycles per week that you are eligible to receive binary commissions for is dependent on either your enrollment title or your distributor paid as rank. When you enroll new members, you put them on either your power leg or your profit leg. It's simple as that. And the cool thing about a binary plan is no matter where someone is within your team, you will still get paid on that volume. Additionally, as your upline team works with you, they'll be placing people within your team, and you'll get paid on that volume as well. And you get paid to unlimited depths all the way down. Every single customer, every single distributor, every single member that's purchasing, you earn commissions on that volume as long as it meets the cycle ratio and is within the maximums that you can earn based on your paid as rank. Now let's talk a little bit more about cycle ratio and cyclable volume. In order to meet that cycle ratio, you have to have 660 BV on your power leg and 330 BV on your profit leg. Once you've achieved that, it's considered cycle ratio complete and you have a cyclable volume unit. Every week we count up all of those cyclable volume units, and they are part of your cyclable volume. And that is used to calculate how much commissions you've earned in binary or cycle commissions each week. Now, in order to claim those commissions based on all the volume, all of the cycle ratio, all of that cyclable volume, you must be binary qualified. And there are 3 requirements to be binary qualified. You must first be active at 55 PV a month. And that volume, that PV, is generated as a reminder from your purchases as well as your personal customers' purchases. You also have to have a team structure in place. You have had to have 2 personally sponsored bronze members, or bronze or above, but 1 on each leg. So 1 bronze on your power leg and 1 bronze on your profit leg. And as a reminder, bronze, that's an enrollment kit, an associated title. That's our first kit. You also have to have that correct cycling ratio like we talked about. The 660 BV on your power leg and the 330 BV on your profit leg. Once you've met those 3 requirements, you're eligible for those commissions. Okay, once you're binary qualified, you open up the potential to earn a lot of money when it comes to cycling bonus. Now, the thing to consider is that based on your enrollment title or your paid as rank, you do have weekly maximums that you can earn. So even if you have the volume to cycle, you still have to have achieved specific ranks to be able to unlock those bonuses. Now, we talked about cyclable volume. Every single week, we're going to look at all of the volume that meets that cycle ratio, and it will be processed at the end of the week and consumed. So whether you're a manager, whether you're a senior presidential director, all of that volume that is cyclable will be processed through your account. And then the commissions that you can earn are based on how much cyclable volume did you have and what's the maximum that you can earn based on your rank. Any of that cyclable volume will be consumed. Now, if you're an enrollment title, you do have a limit to how much you can earn per week. The max you can cycle is 2 cycles or $100. Now, despite what I said about all your cyclable volume being processed and consumed each week, as an enrollment title, that will not be the case. Any volume that you're not able to receive a commission for because of the limit due to your title will roll over as carryover volume each week. One other thing to consider as well, as a paid as manager, your cyclable volume will remain with you even if you've maxed out the amount that you can earn per week for the first 52 weeks from your enrollment date. Now, all other ranks are subject to that cyclable volume rule, meaning any of your cyclable volume will be processed and consumed each and every week, and the associated commissions will be paid to you up to the maximum for your paid as rank. Now, we talked a little bit about carryover volume, and this example can help you to understand a little bit about how carryover volume works. We talked about cyclable volume, right? So cyclable volume means any volume that meets that cycle ratio, and it could be 1 cycle, 2 cycles, 50 cycles. However many cycles that meet that ratio would be considered cyclable volume and will be processed and consumed from week to week. Any volume that doesn't meet that cycle ratio is considered carryover volume and will flow from week to week and be part of what you can utilize to cycle the following week. Now, volume does mature over time, like we talked about. We protect your volume that doesn't cycle or isn't considered cyclable for 52 weeks, a whole year. So you have plenty of opportunity to earn commissions on that volume and work on getting those ratios in place so you can continue to earn those $50, $50, $50, and maximize your earning potential within each and every rank. In this example, you can learn a little bit more about how cycling works, how cyclable volume works in conjunction with that, and how carryover volume can help you to cycle future down the road. In this particular example, this member is a paid as manager, which means they can cycle up to a maximum of 30 times a week or $1,500. Now you can see they have enough cyclable volume here to cycle 31 times. That's 1 cycle above what's allowed at their paid as manager rank. At the end of the week, all of those cycles, all 31 cycles, will be processed and consumed. Any volume, as you can see from this particular example, that has not met the ratio is considered carryover volume, and it will go to the next week. I will receive my $1,500 commissions all of my cyclable volume will have been consumed, and then my carryover volume will flow to the next week for me. As you can see, there's a lot of power when it comes to binary or cycle commissions. You get to leverage the power of everyone within your team working together to share LifeWave and be rewarded every time you meet that cycle ratio. As you grow your team, as you build your rank, as you share more, your earning potential increases. And like we've talked about, you can earn a substantial amount of money for working closely with those within your team. It's a great way for you to get started at the beginning and to continue to expand as you grow your team.